Coro Allegro has always taken on ambitious projects, most of them for social justice purposes, or many of them for social justice purposes. And this year we have 4 unusual commissions. One is by Kareem Roustom called Rage Against the Tyrants. This is a piece that I have been looking forward to doing for a long time. When one of our chorus members asked to commission Kareem, I jumped at the chance. Kareem and I have been speaking about this for a long time. And so this is a piece that is close to his heart. It's about his native homeland that has been torn apart by war and by strife. And it's a very painful subject for him, and you can feel that pain in the music. There are places where he talks about his homeland, Aleppo, that are just breathtakingly beautiful. The texts are declamatory, very colorful, and very sad.
I think, I tried to write a piece that was very specific in its geography in some ways and events, but was also much broader in its meanings and kind of emotional resonance. Yes, the first movement is based on English translations of street chants that were spoken in Tunisia and Egypt and Syria and Palestine. And other countries that I had researched and found a few things that were said and repeated, and then kind of put them together in almost like a poetic form. One of the chants, they were just asking, for bread, freedom, social justice, but this sort of idea of give us these basic things that just make us feel human, and so the government said no. I think a lot of what these people were demanding out in the streets was very similar to what people in Ferguson, Missouri were demanding in other places. Basic dignity, rights, and just kind of access to to avenues that everybody else seems to have in life. So I think that there is a lot of resonance with what the many people here in the U.S. who just haven't had those opportunities by design. And I think that the poem that I knew first that I absolutely wanted to use was the one by Sinan Antoun, When I Was Torn by War. It's a very short poem, but very powerful. And his, kind of the economy of words and the kind of message he can get through with so few words is really pretty incredible. Mohaja Kaf is the poet. She's Syrian American. She teaches at the University of Arkansas. And I first heard about her from an article in the Los Angeles Times that she was translating poetry by living poets in Syria. And so I reached out to her, and she sent me quite a few poems, and they were all incredibly powerful but varied, and but of course not all of them are suitable for singing, so it takes a little work to find something that would work well in a choral context. So I decided on that poem specifically. Of course the poem spoke to me, but also because Aleppo in the conflict in Syria became a byword for savagery, and that's not the Aleppo that I knew and remembered, and that was so beautifully reflected in her poem, but she also showed what had become of it. The fourth movement is a Syriac, which is an Eastern Orthodox Church liturgical text that's sung during Holy Week, and it's about Christ on the night of his Passion. It really is about forgiveness, even knowing ahead of time what was going to happen to him, that this was his act of forgiveness. And I put it there because I used part of the melody in that, and I found it very moving in combination with the text. Partially to remind people here in the U.S. that where Christianity came from and where it still is, but also to sort of bring up the question of forgiveness, and which is a question that I'm asking, is when do we forgive these people? Or do we forgive them, or are we just not capable of reaching the ideals of Christ? Early, I think I was thinking more about the people who were stuck behind, who were left behind, and have nothing left but prayer. Because in some ways, as difficult as it is for the refugees, it's even harder for the people who are left behind. I don't know, what is it about sung text that we still come back to over and over again? The right combination of music and text is just so elemental and incredibly powerful. And maybe it can help us feel deeper meaning in the text. And if we do that, maybe it kind of helps us to be more in touch with being human.
That to see an LGBTQ plus organization talking about making the world a better place.
In addition, I hope that they might be inspired to act and to do something, and whether that's seeing a homeless person on the street who's panhandling and giving them, I don't know, a coffee, a sandwich, $5, $20, whatever, or something more sort of profound in its nature. That's kind of what I hope that people will walk away from after kind of experiencing this piece.